Some Fairfax County residents are fighting for new guidelines when it comes to debating developments. Today, Fairfax County supervisors indicated that they support some changes, but they might not come in time for a neighborhood that is fighting the latest data center plan right next to their brand new townhomes on Edsall Road. Northern Virginia Bureau Chief Julie Carey takes a look.
They're putting up a new sign today in the Bren Point community, hoping other residents will join their fight against a plan for a data center right next door. Right now, the 56 acres is mostly warehouse space.
500,000 square feet, 70 feet tall, which would tower over even these new homes.
Neighbor Rebecca Gomez is a first-time home buyer here with a newborn son.
But we've been kind of fighting this fight for almost the full 2 years we've been here.
The noise from data center generators, one of her biggest worries.
90 decibels is almost the sound of a leaf blower. Can you imagine having a leaf blower in your house constantly? That's the fear.
But perhaps the greatest fear, that the neighborhoods impacted will never have a chance to weigh in. That's because a data center is allowed by right under the zoning for this property, meaning no public hearings required.
The biggest overarching concern is really that it's allowed to go without any sort of public input.
By right does not mean my right to do anything.
But that lack of public input could be changing. The Board of Supervisors listening to a presentation on possible new rules for data centers.
I mean, my goal in this process is to say, hey, data centers are a way of life. They make sense in some areas of the county, but we also want to have among the strictest guidelines to make sure that we are driving them into those areas that can accept them while making sure that we protect our environment and the communities around these other districts.
But new guidelines could limit maximum size and distance from residents. Building design standards could be required to soften the boxy look. HVAC systems and generators might have to be enclosed and noise studies required. The supervisors all seem to agree that revising data center guidelines is an urgent matter. They'd like to have a proposal to vote on by July. This group hopeful the supervisors may also change the by right designation in more industrial zones so that residents will get a chance to have their voices heard. In Fairfax County, I'm Julie Carey, News 4.